And we not, I don't, this right here, this, I don't do that. I don't do it. I'm not doing it. Like y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. Hey, welcome back to my channel. As y'all can see by the title of the video, your girl is back again with another story time. And y'all, I told y'all I was gonna keep these videos and these story times coming back to back, but you know, life happens and I'm here and we back. So welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a little disclaimer now. If I'm acting a little different, your girl got her hair did. So I'm feeling myself just a little piece. So if I'm acting a little different, that's why. I'm just playing, but not really. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into the story. So this story happened about 5 or 6 years ago. I was in high school. I think I was like a junior or I was about to be a senior, and I wanted to get the faux locks. Around this time, faux locks were not popular at all. Well, at least not in my city, they were not popular. I think this was like in 2000 and I don't know, like 14, 15, and I wanted to get the faux locks. And it was this one girl that was popular in my city, and she was doing the faux locks, and she did like a really good job. And my cousin was friends with this girl. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a nickname now. Her name starts with a C, but for some reason I want to call her Roach. So that's gonna be her nickname. The girl name was Roach. So my cousin and Roach was really good friends. They would always eat together. They would always hang out. Like, they was like literally like this. Like, Roach and my cousin, they was like together all the time. And I was telling my cousin like, oh, I wanted to get the faux locks. Did you know anybody that do the faux locks? And she was like, yeah, Roach do the faux locks. I'll ask her if she can do your hair. So I was like, all right, cool. She showed me a few pictures of Roach work, and I was like, okay, this is cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and book Roach. So I went ahead and booked Roach. I think she charged like $100 at this time to do my hair. So I was like, cool beans. You know, your girl had money. I had a job at the time. So I was like, that's nothing. I can get my hair done by her. And so we scheduled an appointment. She came, and I think it was like on a Saturday. She decided to do my hair, and my cousin came too. Cause remember, her and Roach was like, they was like this. Like, if you seen Roach, you seen my cousin. Like they was like this. You might as well call my cousin Food, cause Roach and Food was like, they was like this. They was tight. So Roach and Food came to my house. Food. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna disrespect my cousin. So Roach and my cousin came to my house. Whatever, we kicking it, we cooling it. She starting my hair, whatever. Like, it's like a vibe. Like, I know Roach from my cousin because her and my cousin are always together. So this is not like awkward. So we real comfortable. Like, we talking about people. We on Facebook. We listening to music. We jamming. We just, you know, doing things that girls do. So we talking or whatever. She doing my hair. As she's doing my hair, she gets a text or whatever. And I guess the text is from her mama. Her mom texts her about something, and she just keep texting, and she keep texting her mom, but she not really saying anything. Like, she doing my hair and she texting. But I noticed like her mood changed. Like, before we was laughing, kiki ha ha. We was listening to music. We was vibing while she was doing my hair. But all of a sudden, like, her attitude switched. And she went to go use like my bathroom or whatever, and I showed her where my bathroom was at, and she was on the phone with her mom. And me and my cousin, we listening like what's going on or whatever, because her mom is like going in. Like, we can technically hear her mom through the phone. So her mom is like, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all why she was like treating me different and acting different. Like, her whole vibe changed, because her mama was on the phone, was like, oh, why I'm on I-75 right now and I see da-da-da driving your car. And I guess at the time, her boyfriend wasn't supposed to be driving her car because he wasn't on her insurance. So her mama called him driving her car, so she grounded her. So I'm listening, I'm hearing this, and her mama on the phone, like, yelling at her, telling her to, like, come home right now, you grounded. And, you know, I'm halfway getting my hair done. Like, y'all, I'm looking like a chicken head. Like, I got, like, 2 or 3 locks in the back of my head, and like, my hair is like halfway done. So I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, I don't care who driving your car. Like, my hair need to get done. So I'm listening or whatever. The girl come out the bathroom. Me and my cousin like, oh yeah, da da da. We like acting like we didn't hear what just went on, but we heard her because her mama was like yelling like through the phone. Like, her mama was like, you know, Rochelle from Everybody Hate Chris. She was like yelling through the phone. So I'm like, okay, we acting like we didn't know what was going on. So she immediately looked at my cousin and she's like, hey, I gotta go home or whatever. And remind you, like, sis, I only got like, I probably had like, the way she do the, I'm just gonna give y'all a little backstory. The way she do the faux locks is she braids your natural hair down first with like, what is it called? The braiding hair. She braids your natural hair down with the braiding hair, and then she wraps the Marley hair around that. and I had like 18 braids in my head, and she probably did like 4 or 5 of the faux locks or whatever. So I was like, when are you gonna finish my hair? She was like,
oh, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna finish it today or whatever. I'm just gonna see what my mom's talking about because she's mad because she's seen
Roach boyfriend's driving her car. So I'm like, okay, like what time you gonna be back? Because like, sis, I need my hair done. And she's like, oh,
I'm gonna come back later on today. I'm just about to go to my mom's house and see what my mom's talking about.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So Roach and my cousin leave. She texted me 6 o'clock and she was like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to come back to your house right now. Is there any way you can come to my house tomorrow? And I'm like, tomorrow? Like, sis, you told me that you was gonna finish my hair today, so why you wanna come back tomorrow? And she's like, oh,
my mom said I'm grounded and I can't leave the house. And
that don't got shit to do with me. Like, sis, come finish my hair. So she's like, oh, her mama really not letting her leave or whatever. She can't finish my hair today. She'll be able to come in the morning. And I was like, what time in the morning? She's like, I'll try to get there 6 in the morning. So that's really, really early, and that's Sunday. Like, I don't got nothing to do. So I was like, all right, cool. You can come tomorrow or whatever. But y'all, before it even got to tomorrow, I'm trying to sleep and I could not sleep. Vouch me, tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all know this feeling. If you ever had faux locks in your hair before, you already know how like faux locks make your head feel. Like they really, really heavy, and if you don't do them the right way, it hurts. Like it really, really hurts. So I couldn't even sleep all through the night, y'all. Like I'm taking medication. Like I'm overdosing on medication at this point because I already done took like 3 Tylenol and some Advil, and like nothing is not working. Y'all, I'm sleeping like this is how I'm sleeping on my bed. Like I'm sleeping on my bed with my head hanging off the bed. Like scalp is like bleeding. Like y'all like it didn't feel right at all. So I'm waiting or whatever. My head hurt or whatever. I really just want to take the hair out, but remind you, I had already paid Roach, and I know what y'all thinking, like, oh, you're never supposed to pay a stylist before they finish your hair. But the only reason why I felt comfortable enough to pay her, because this is my cousin's friend. Her and my cousin are together all the time. So I'm thinking like, oh, I know her. She's a familiar face. I see her all the time. This is not just a stylist that I don't know. This is the person I see all the time. We go to the same school, and sometimes we even rock to school together. So I'm like, okay, no biggie. 6 o'clock, get here, y'all. No text. Again, remind you, like I'm in so much pain. I'm looking like boo-boo the fool because like I can't go nowhere. I went ahead and texted her and was like, hey, are you on your way? What time are you coming? Y'all, no text. No text at all. So I'm like what in the hell? Like, sis, it's Sunday, but I got stuff to do. So she didn't text me at all. Didn't text. I text her at 7 o'clock. Hey, could you let me know if you coming? Like, I need my hair done. Nothing, y'all. Like nothing at all. No text, y'all. So I called my cousin because her and my cousin are like this. Like they remember it's Food and Roach. Like they like this. So I called my cousin. I'm like, hey, where's Roach? Because I need my hair done or whatever. And she's like, oh, Roach, wake up. So she right beside Roach. Roach sleeping, and now at this point it's like 8 or 9 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, like tell her to wake up. So she's like, oh, hey, Roach, wake up. Roach, wake up. And she gets her the phone, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I overslept. I'm gonna be over there in a little bit. So I'm like, okay, cool. At this point, I was already like thinking, I was going back and forth and thinking in my mind that I didn't even want my hair done anymore because I was literally in so much pain. Like I was literally in so much pain. So it's like 10 o'clock now. Roach, I talked to her at 9 o'clock and she said that she woke up late and she was on her way. Y'all, remind you, sis ain't never even leave the house, and it's 10 o'clock now. So I just went ahead and calculated. I went ahead and counted. I counted the amount of locks in my hair that she completed. Remember, y'all, she does the braid. She uses the braided hair and she braids my natural hair now. And that's one process. And then she wraps the Marley hair around it. So she probably finished 50% of my braids, but we're not going off the braids. We going off the locks. And I remember the exact number. I know I told y'all it was like three locks, but no, it was 19 locks. I remember because I counted. So I counted or whatever, y'all. I was acting like I was a freaking a mathematics, y'all. I literally counted and I was like, all right, it's 19 locks in my head. A whole head is 100%. She did 50% of the braids, but she only did 19% of the locks. So I was like, that's pretty much about 80% of my money back, because I don't want to hear no more. Like, my head was in pain. She told me she was coming at 6. She didn't even come or whatever. It's 10 o'clock now. So I text her and I was like, basically I text her and I was like, hey, I apologize, but I don't even want my hair done anymore because I couldn't sleep all night. It's too tight. My scalp is like pulsing, like my freaking scalp had a heartbeat. It was like boom, 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 boom. Like, that's how tight she did my my locks. So I was like, I don't even want it done anymore. Could you just give me back the portion of the money that you, like, the portion of the money that you didn't. Basically, I told her to give me back my money and I'll pay her for the 20% of my hair that she did do it, because we're not counting the braids, because the braids is half of the process. I didn't pay to get braids. I paid to get faux locks, so that's what I'm paying you for. So she was like, yeah, that's fine. How much money did you want back? And I was like, I remember, y'all, I gave her $100, but yeah, I think I gave her $100. So I told her basically I wanted $80 back. And she texted me back this long ass novel. Basically how I remember it. She was like, oh, first of all, this is so unprofessional. I was willing to give you back some of your money, but you must have bumped your head, sis. You're not getting back no $80. I'll give you back $20 or $30, but you don't deserve $80. And first of all, you had the wrong type of hair. That's unprofessional, da 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 da. And so I was just like, you're not giving me back my money. So I read her back or whatever, and we basically going back and forth. I don't remember what I wrote her back, but y'all, we both writing books. Like, we authors at this point, because I'm writing her paragraphs, top of paragraphs. She writing me like Harry Potter novels, y'all. We going back and forth. Like, we authors at this point, and we going back and forth or whatever. And at this point, I was just like, why am I doing this? Like, I thought, and I was just like, I'm not even finna go back and forth with sis. And sis told me that she only want to give me back $20 or $30 after I just paid you $100. So I was like, wait a minute, no. And actually, I paid her $115 because I paid her gas for her coming to me. I don't know if that's how they do it in your city, but if a stylist comes to your house and do your hair, you will, like, they'll include basically mileage or like gas or whatever to come to you, and I paid her like an extra $15. So I was like, sis, I need my money back or whatever. And we kept going back and forth, and I'm just like, all right, we're not getting nowhere. So I texted my cousin and I was like, give me Roach's address, like, drop her address. And my cousin was like,
I told Roach she was wrong and she need to give you your money back.
And I'm like, I don't care what you told Roach. I just want my money back. Like, drop her address. My cousin, like, kept texting me, and she was like going around the point. Basically, she wasn't trying to drop Roach's address. So I called her and was like, what are you doing? Like, could you send me her addy? Because at this point, I'm about to pull up. I'm not finna keep doing all this. This right here, I don't do that. I don't do it. I'm not doing it. Like, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. When I was in high school, I was a little hothead. I popped off more. Now I'm older. Like, ain't trying to go to jail, ain't trying to be arrested. So I keep it low key. But at that time, I'm like, when we talk about money, I don't care what's going on. And I'm not about to keep doing the Twitter fingers with you and no, just send me the addy. So my cousin was like, oh no, I can't give you her address. That's not right. Y'all need to work. It ain't nothing to work out. Like, sis, the only thing we finna work out is my hand. And, like, come on, like, nigga, like, we not working nothing out. My fist is gonna work her out. Like, that's it. That's the only thing we working out. My cousin was like, oh no, I'm not giving you the address. So I'm like, you my cousin and you siding with her, and you supposed to be my cousin, and you know she dead ass wrong, but you talking about you not giving me the address. So y'all, I'm super pissed at my cousin. I hang up with my cousin. I end up finding out that my cousin was literally right in the bed with the girl when I'm asking for the address, like a clown. She in the bed with her. Because if it, like, tell me if I'm wrong, but if it would have been me and you my cousin, because blood is thicker than water. So my cousin should have sided with me, and she should have left her house. Like, sis, you should have left her house. Why would you still be talking to her and telling her to give me my money is not giving me my money? Like, I don't want to hear it. So basically my cousin was like a dead end. She wouldn't give me the girl address. So I started, I don't even know what I started doing. I think I started texting like some of our mutual friends, and I was like, hey, I left something at Roach House. Do you know where she lived at, or what's her address? And I don't know if they knew what was up or if Roach called them and told them the situation, but they was like, nah, I don't know where she lived. And y'all, I know damn well these girls knew where she lived because they are like this. They've been at her house before, but for some reason they didn't want to give me the address. So I was like, when my mama get off work, we pulling up or whatever. We finna go past that. Cause remember, Roach and my cousin was like this. And my cousin didn't have a car at the time, so I know my auntie, which is Roach's mom, had dropped her off at her house before. So I was like, I'm gonna just get the information to my mom. So I called my mom and told her the situation, that the girl wasn't trying to give me my money back after I told her, like, one, you got grounded. That don't got nothing, not a data to do with me that you got grounded. I need my money, like, run me my coins. So my mom was like, all right, I'm finna call my auntie, which is my cousin's mom. And my cousin's mom called Roach mom, and they on the phone saying who by why. And I didn't want to hear about none of that. Y'all, moral of the story, to this day, I did not get my money. And the moral of the story, lesson learned, is never pay your stylist before you get your hair done. Like, just don't do it. Don't pay your stylist before you get your hair done. It doesn't matter if you feel close to them, if you think somebody know them, or your uncle or your daddy went to them and they got their hair and everything. No, just do not pay your stylist before they finish the job. Don't do it. Like, just don't do it, y'all. Don't be mean. Don't be a clown. Don't do it. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much the end of this story time on how I got played and I never got my money back to this day. But God don't like ugly. She gonna get hers, and she have got hers. We'll probably do another story time talking about how she got her karma. Oh, and how my cousin got her karma. I'm gonna give y'all a little secret. Her and Roach fell out like 2 weeks later, and my cousin ended up wanting to fight her. And it's like, sis, if you could have just gave me her address, we could have just jumped her and I would have been a 2-on-1. But instead, we're not even gonna get on that. That's a whole different topic for a whole nother day. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the story time on how I got played by a stylist that my cousin recommended.